Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to continue our Space Haven Alpha 12 playthrough, and we're moving now into the mid-game. I think we have a derelict station here with us that we need to explore, or ship, whatever. The Nauvoo. I was just actually watching The Expanse before I started this video. I'm rewatching the second season, so this, seeing the Nauvoo here is kind of funny. Let's see... I'm checking to make sure all my crew members are on board the ship right now. We have Woodrow at research. We have Penny doing whatever it is that Penny's doing. Lenny's at the table, and Catherine is where? Catherine's currently in a pod. So if we have Catherine return home, then we should be able to draft everybody, theoretically, and get them on board. Okay, so now undraft and draft again so we get everybody. Here we go. Okay, now we can check out Derelict. Oops, missing my shuttle selection. Select the shuttle. We're going to start over on this side. There's actually two derelicts in the system that we can check out, which is pretty interesting. So we're going to be checking out both of those today, assuming we don't take any major injuries on the first one, which is a fairly big assumption, considering that we've already started hitting the big guys. Alright. Okay. We don't even have rifles or anything yet. Looks like we're okay here. Just gonna have a nice shooting gallery. Oh. By the way, if you didn't see me do that quickly there, you can hit C to make your guys face in a certain direction, which is kind of important when you're expecting an alien to come through a door or something like that. So it's a very useful hotkey to know. Yeah, we got a little bit of a bite there, but we didn't get an injury, so we're okay. Okay, we've finished exploring the Nauvoo. I think we didn't take too much damage here, so we're going to go directly over to the other ship and continue our exploration there. We'll queue this stuff for transfer, and we'll queue the energy scrap for salvage, but we're not necessarily in a big hurry to do that. We're almost done with our X1 generator research, so I'm looking forward to getting that online. We've got 12 energy rods that we can use as soon as that research becomes available, or as soon as that technology becomes available. You know, send our shuttle directly over. You don't want to sit in the system for too long with the derelict ship and not explore it, because the longer you wait, the more aliens have a chance to hatch, and the more you're going to run into trouble. Start gathering these other materials now that the blue crystals have come in. We have 14 blue crystals now, so we're actually in really good shape. We've got a lot of building materials that we can use to move us into the mid-game. So we got those from the claimable ship in the last video. Catherine, so notice that Catherine's hit points are close to max, but her yellow bar is almost down, which means she's about to be knocked unconscious. So we're going to have her back off and move to the rear of the team so she can continue helping us with her weapons. I'm a bit concerned about this path of travel, but I think it's okay. So at some point, another crew member might have to carry her if she passes out from exhaustion, which looks like it's about to happen. Okay, we've explored the areas. Very good. Let's see if she can make it back to the shuttle without passing out. Might need to have somebody... Oh, this is the claimable ship. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we're going to have... Yeah, sure enough. So Catherine is passed out here because her yellow bar ran down. So I'm going to draft somebody. I'm going to right-click on Catherine and use the pickup to pick her up. Sometimes it doesn't work right for reasons that I don't entirely understand. Here we go. Okay. And now we're going to place her in the shuttle, along with everybody else that's heading that way. Okay, we haven't claimed this as a claimable ship yet, so we should be having our guys leave the ship here. As soon as that is done, good. So we've undrafted the shuttle. We can take a look at the Volant and see if there's any trade opportunities here, but we have no credits right now. We have a bunch of advanced materials. We could potentially trade human meat. There's not a lot I want to get rid of right now, though, and I think we're kind of okay on our basic supplies. Like, we're not desperate for energy rods or anything like that right now. And we don't need tech blocks. So, yeah, we're just gonna... let's check our water supply, actually. Yeah, we're good. We got 18 ice left, so that's funny. So we got that done. We're gonna let poor Catherine here rest for the evening. Maybe we'll have her have a little bit of extra rest, actually. Alright, now let's claim this claimable ship. So the Ares is going to be dismantled using the transfer rules, just like we did before. And we want to set our rules so that nobody tries to take a coffee break on board the Ares where there's no food. I want to figure out, of my crew members, of my 5 crew members here, I really want only 4 of them working on derelict ships. So Elaine, Anand, Catherine, Eden, and Penny. One of them is going to stay on board at all times, let's say. I think we need construction over there. We don't necessarily need medical, but he could do logistics over there. This person's good at construction, maintenance, and research. I think we're going to leave Catherine behind. She's also a good navigator, so she can prep the ship to get out of Dodge. So Catherine, you're no longer on our salvage team. Now she might still go. She's still going to go with the away team. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. She's still going to go with the away team when they go on missions to clear the ship. But once the ship is cleared, she's not going to work there anymore. She's going to head home. Okay. So with that being done, we're now going to. I'm going to stop this so they don't start putting energy rods in it. We're going to dismantle it. Dismantle. And I'm dismantling everything except for, like, the walls and the light fixtures, which don't really get us anything. Poor Anand is doing all the demolition by himself. He's got his work cut out for him. Okay, we get the X1 power generator online. That's awesome. So next up is the energy refinery. So we could immediately upgrade to the X1. I think what we're going to do now is we're going to upgrade one of our generators to the X1, and then once we get the energy refinery, we'll upgrade the other generator. So we don't have the recycler running right now. Currently, that's fine. We're going to dismantle this generator. Since we have 2 of them, we can afford to do that. And let's go ahead and plunk a new one down here. Now this is going to run off energy rods. We are eventually going to run out of energy rods if we're not careful. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about the blue crystals though, right? This guy has a couple blue crystals for sale, some assembly, some tech blocks, some hull blocks. Let's see how bad our crew's doing with protein deficiency. Everybody has protein deficiency. I think we can hold off for a little bit longer on getting meat, though. I think we'll be okay for a while. And again, we don't really have any valuable, expensive trade goods to sell. I think the price of food must have gone down in this version of the game. Either that or everybody has food available now. Let's see. We don't need more pistols. Yeah, it's fine. We're good. Okay, so now that we got this, let's link it into the grid. And what I actually want to do, if we can, is remove this generator from the grid temporarily. In order to do that, we're going to need to build another power node to route the power that's currently flowing through the generator. I want to build it in a place where it's kind of not less in the way. Maybe here? Maybe here. Has to be able to reach this other node up here, is the thing. I'm trying to avoid building it in this row because when we upgrade to a bigger generator, it's going to take up the space. I guess when we upgrade to a bigger generator, though, we're probably going to be removing the second generator, so maybe that's okay. Yeah, let's put that here. It'll be fine. So as soon as that's in place, we can hook this in. Now we're going to completely disconnect this generator. I'm going to leave it assembled for now, in case we need more power in an emergency or something. That'll do. And I'm just going to stop this. And we're going to run everything off of the X1. Just because the X1's way more efficient than the other generator. And hopefully we can get our research done before we run out of energy rods. Otherwise we're going to have to switch back to the other generator, which is why I'm leaving it in place. If we can get the research done, then... Speaking of getting the research done, let's actually have multiple research facilities. We might want to rush that research. So I'm going to put a research facility here. It's kind of a weird, tight space, but it's a good temporary location for it to try to expedite our research process here. So we're getting energy scrap from over here. Over here we still have a bunch of stuff that's available for transfer. And we have to keep in mind that we're in a radiation sector, so we've got to get everything done here as quickly as possible and then leave. We don't want to hang out here and wait for the research or anything like that. Airlock blocked, incoming transfers. We're almost out of storage capacity. We still got like 30, so that should be okay-ish for now. We could think about doing some recycling to free up storage. I think we'll do that a little bit. We don't have any energy scrap, unfortunately. The other thing we could do to free up storage is build hull. I think we need some hull. We're going to need some hull for the energy refinery, so maybe let's work on that. Trying to think how I can... What I want to do here is I want to build a little kind of tunnel that goes out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wall this off and then connect this so that I can seal off the recycler section again. Actually, what I could also do is I can put in a gas scrubber here now because I can afford it. That'll clean up the hazardous gas that's in here that's been sitting there for a long time. It's up to 40. Okay, this wall is going to have to go away in order to make this work. Thought he was going to construct that, but he's actually just using the bathroom. Come on, buddies. There we go. Okay, so we are done with... No, we're not done with the Ares. Still got some transfers going on there. Okay, so this is done. Let's go ahead and wall this off. I'm gonna... Thinking about where the wall's gonna go here, it's gonna be like there. Yeah, that should be alright. Now what I can do here is I can fill in this. And I can wall off this interior area there. Let's build around the back of the recycler as well. I think that should be alright. So I still want to have this as its own separate compartment when we're done. Okay, so now I can go through the airlock, and then whoever's on this side of the airlock can build wall inside here. I'm gonna save that wall, those wall squares, until the rest of this whole construction is done. Okay. That's better. Oh, no, don't do that one first. Okay, we're gonna do that last. You guys can figure it out, come on. Okay, they got it figured out now. They got it in the right order. I think. Yeah, okay. Okay, now that we're done with that, we can... I actually want this wall to go all the way around, so let's go ahead and figure that out. Cancel hull. So that's the back wall on this side. Now this, I think I can seal it like that. I'm not sure what to do about this square here. I'm gonna have to move this power node and then reseal the wall that way. Or what I could do actually is I can move the power node inside here. Let's do it that way. So I'm using the cancel hull to cancel these individual hull squares getting turned into floor. So we're gonna end up with some weird like construction bricks in the middle there, but that's okay. So you like it like that? That's what we ended up with. Okay, this part's still under construction. Okay, we're finally getting the transfer, some of the transfers from here, from the Ares. And we're still scrapping as well. And keeping an eye on our energy supply. I don't like having to stay the night here, but I think that's what we have to do. I mean, well, our crew's pretty healthy, and everybody's got pretty good energy level. Maybe let's have them eat one more time. Why did it only do that one guy? 1, 2, I must have been not holding the shift key correctly. Here we go. Okay, everybody eat. Okay, make sure everybody has energy, and now let's have everybody work again. Try to get our work in the system done if we can. Okay, so we're just pulling a double, basically. And we're going to widen this a little bit so that we can have a place to put that power node. We need to actually wall that off too, so... I think that'll be sufficient. Let's see. Okay, so now we're putting a wall there. We're going to move our power node over here. I guess I can just move it since it's not really... No, I'm going to drain it. I'm going to put a new power node and drain it. We can afford to do that. And then we can put wall here. And then we'll close up this back area here. And we're good. And then once that's done, we can drain this node. We can get rid of that power node. Or we could keep... We can't keep both power nodes because we're going to put a wall there. Never mind. I'm going to save it, by the way, because we haven't done that in a while. And we just did a bunch of construction. There we go. Okay, so now this guy is going to be unlinked, and he's going to have... So now we have this expert mode we can enable, where we can control the direction of energy flow. So I'm going to have energy flow outward from this node into this node. So I'm basically draining the node, and then I'm going to link that over to here. Okay. Now that that's done, we can dismantle this guy. And let's wall this off. And then we can finish our weird messy hull construction here, and we can seal this off. Hopefully we don't get a Cask of Amontillado situation there. We're good. Okay. Now we have a place we can put our energy refinery. How about that? And we have a recycler that's fully enclosed, so we can continue expanding our hull without worrying. I'm a bit worried about our energy rod supply, but I think we're okay for now. Did we... Is this wall complete? It's hard to tell. Let's look at the tile view if we can. That's wall. That's hull wall. Oh, this is a problem. And I missed a spot. Shoot. Okay, well, what we can do is we can move this whole thing back one. missed a spot over here too, didn't I? The derp. Here we go. Okay, so that whole thing was pointless. That whole exercise was pointless because the thing ended up getting breached anyway. So, because I missed a wall section. So let's go ahead and fill this in. The whole idea was to prevent any oxygen from getting into this room, and prevent any gas from escaping. But we didn't manage to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and finish the project here. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Now we have our little sealed recycler room, and it's walled all the way around. Very good. Okay. Do we have any energy scrap? What do we have? We have 8, so we can start producing another energy crystal. Let's do that now. And how are we doing with our salvage here? We're still transferring 2 blocks from the Ares. We should turn off automatic cleaning, by the way, which I forgot to do. There we go. We got all the energy scrap from the Nawu here. Are there any other kind of scrap that we need? I'm pretty sure we don't. Not really. Maybe some soft scrap, but we have 4 extra soft blocks worth of scrap and then 10 soft blocks, so we don't really need that urgently right now. We're going to move this thermal regulator back to this wall next to the airlock here. And then get rid of this wall segment that's kind of weirdly in the middle of the room there. This can also move at some point. Trying to decide whether the stuff that's left in the sector is worth... I think I'm gonna have somebody who's on the salvage team go over there and work. And try to get the last 2 items so we can get out of the sector. We don't have to spend the night here. Okay, so work. Go, Elaine, you can do it. Okay, so as soon as he's got those boxes into the hangar, those last 2 boxes, then we're good. Actually, we're gonna get this vent as well. So, sorry, there was more than 2 boxes, I guess. Here we go. Sometimes the transfer rules don't take effect right away. It takes it a while for them to kind of kick in. So, I don't know why that is, but sometimes you just have to wait a minute, but you can transfer them manually if you want to speed it up. Okay, so now... What is he doing at this point? Yeah, he's got 1 more box there. Okay. Okay, so now we can undraft this guy. We can send Alain home. And we're done. We can get out of the sector here, and hopefully get out of the radiation zone. Down to 5 energy rods, which isn't terrible. We're at 49% energy refinery research. I think we're going to plunk down like 2 more research facilities and just try to get the research done as quickly as possible here. We can always dismantle these and reclaim the blocks after we're done. Okay, and we can do that construction in the next sector. So let's get on the highway. Okay, we're ready to go. We're leaving the Ares behind. You've served us well, Ares. Godspeed. Okay. So now, where are we headed? Ultimately we want to head to the resource-rich sector, which is all the way down here. I don't think we want to get to the pirate system before we reach the resource-rich sector. It doesn't really matter which one of these 2 neutral sectors we take. I think we're going to continue exploring a little bit this way before we get too deep into the galaxy here. How are we doing on base metals and noble metals? We're okay at noble metals. We actually don't have a lot of base metals, so let's pick up some base metals. We can also It's also a good excuse for us to sit here for a minute doing research. Hopefully without too much radiation. No, we do have radiation here, so we're gonna be quick about the mining and then get out of here. And we're gonna leave the noble metals so we can leave quicker. Okay, I think we're gonna head up this way. That gives us more travel options. Now, we're not exploring all the peripheral sectors in this case. I don't think that's really necessary. Or the peripheral solar systems, rather. Okay, and we are out of the solar radiation area, which is very good. Okay, we have an area that's unpowered here. Let's try to fix that. In anticipation of having the refinery there, I'm going to put in a large power node. And the refinery takes up the same footprint basically as the recycler, so we're going to plan it like that. I'm going to put the power node right here. I kind of think that I want to wind my way back here and then go to the alien sector, actually. I think we're going to go back to this safe system and then head for the alien sector. We might have to try to eat all of our human meat before we get there. I do want to explore the rest of this sector, though. There's like nothing here, basically. It's just a complete, empty, open, dead zone. Okay, oh, here we go. We got another claimable ship. That's pretty nice. I take back what I said about you, solar system. You're a good solar system. All right. So claimable ship first. Make sure everybody's not too tired. Looks like we're okay. We'll start that while we're doing the research, hopefully. Okay, so we can link this into our grid here. I'm gonna link that in a circle, kind of like that, and then link these two. So our power grid grows, our research stations are online. We got a nest, so we got to tread cautiously here, but also quickly. I'm not seeing any big guys, so maybe if we hurry, we can clear everything rapidly. Yeah, we gotta hurry. Okay. We're gonna move Woodrow back a little because there's so many guys. Oh, there is a big one. Damn. Okay. We're gonna back up. Let's slow things down here. Well, just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna try to lure the big guy out here using somebody other than Penny, who's already beat up a little bit. Oh! Watch it. He's beating on, I think, Penny? Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. We beat the big guy. That's the critical piece here. I think that guy actually hatched while we were fighting here, so that's why it's important to be so quick about these things. Okay. Cordelia has been explored. I think we're going to need a recovery before we check out the other derelicts. We're going to claim the Cordelia, set up our transfer rules, and set up our ship salvage and crew rules here. Here we go. And I'm going to turn off the cleaning, which I keep on forgetting to do. Here we go. Everybody can go home, rest. And then in the morning we'll start salvaging. For some reason they have 3 navigation... Oh no, they actually have all 4 consoles, never mind. This doesn't have any super good equipment like a generator. I was thinking, like, I wonder if we could actually make this our ship, but... again, we still have low energy, and I don't think this has anything that makes it worthwhile to do that. Okay. So things that would make it worthwhile would be like upgrades that we don't have access to yet in our research tree, but I don't see any of that here. This can also be dismantled. Incoming solar flare, I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna have to be quick with the salvaging here. If we do any salvaging at all. Don't start fires, it's fine. Solar flares are rough because it's gonna disrupt our ship-wide power, and at this early stage of the game we don't know when it's coming. I think if we manage it, though, it'll be worth it because we're going to get all the blocks off of here. So I think we're going to stick it out and try to just resist the flare. We're also out of chemicals, which is unfortunate, but there's not much we can do except for finish our refinery research. I'm going to try to deliberately drain the power a little bit by shutting off my generator temporarily. I want to wait till these things are low and then keep the generator running. And then right before the flare hits, we're going to try to turn, or right when the flare hits, we're going to try to turn them off again. We don't have the industry running, so that should be okay. I'm going to stop water production for the moment. So I'm just kind of balancing on the edge of the lower edge of the energy here. Energy storage here in order to try to prevent an overload when the flare hits. I'm gonna try to avoid outages though if we can. Now fortunately on our other claimable ship here, if we start a fire, nothing's gonna happen because there's no oxygen on board. So we really only have the 1 ship to worry about, even though there are 2 ships here in our fleet, technically. It's good that they were resting up before the flare hits. Okay, we got 4 energy rods left to get our refinery built, so maybe we... Okay, here's the flare. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying that close attention to the generator, so hopefully... let's have everybody get their spacesuits on for now. We're gonna seal all of the vents and hope for the best. Okay, we have a couple of fires here. There's one near the recycler zone. 2 fires on board, both near the recycler zone. Okay, the flare's over at this point, so we could technically turn our generator back on. And I think I want to do that to keep our plants from dying here, if possible. Where's this guy going? He's getting oxygen from the other side, I think. Guys, can we work? We need to... I think the actual fire... Need more guys fighting the fire over here. This guy's fighting fire already, I think. I don't know what this guy's doing. I think he needs to fight the fire. They can go get oxygen, that's fine. Oh yeah, the fire's actually still growing out of control, so... Anandi is gonna go help. And Elaine, what is he doing? He is... I don't know what he's doing. It's weird. Generator is actually operating while on fire. Hopefully that doesn't... I wonder if the generator actually generates heat, so we should try to... Maybe let's use the other generator for a minute here to try to get power restored. I think at this point we can undraft these guys. We do have, fortunately, we had the fire in a section that has a gas scrubber already, so we don't have to, like, emergency build one or figure out how to vent into a neighboring section. And we have a redundant link, so it doesn't matter that this power link is down. It's just reducing our battery capacity, basically. I don't think we have any critical power nodes down, so we should be able to recover shortly here. Checking our temperature. This is 218. I think we can afford to vent a little bit into this hallway and maybe out into the shuttle bay just to help dissipate the heat. Not that one. This should help the heat go away faster without affecting our plants. Bad environment light. Oh, because there's no power there. I think that should be fixed now that the generator's online. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So we just have to wait for them to repair these nodes, and then we're basically good for this sector. The crew doesn't actually need to do much in order for that to happen. We really just need to wait for the gas scrubber to do its thing, and then there's like 2 construction jobs for the nodes here. But while that's happening, I'm going to take the crew over to go explore the derelict. And everything else, now that the actual disaster has passed, everything else should kind of slowly recover on its own accord. Hopefully we don't have too many, like, huge aliens over here. Okay. So far we're... there's quite a lot of the little guys. Let's try to get away from that dock if we can. There we go. Let's also check... how's our temperature doing now? It's still 87 degrees centigrade, which is quite hot. It's still quite hot in here, too. We don't actually have a thermal regulator in this room. We should add one. So at some point this will get built. We could technically vent this airlock in order to deal with that. I think we should do that for now. Yeah, we're good here, and we'll open this other vent as well. And we'll open this other vent as well. And when the temperature gets back down, then we'll revert everything back to normal. In the meantime, let's continue our exploration of the derelict. Oh boy. We're gonna back up a little bit. So a little bit of micromanagement goes a long way when you're on board a derelict. You don't want your guys to, like, stand in a hallway full of aliens trying to shoot at all of them. You want them to come to you, you know, through choke points and stuff like that. They're not very accurate, so you gotta make sure that you kind of have enough firepower to deal with a whole lot of them. Why do they keep closing the door? How does that happen? I don't know. Okay, maybe the aliens closed it, or maybe I misclicked. I'm not sure. Okay, we must have some more aliens here, otherwise we would have been done by now, I think. Oh, no, there we go. I think the exploration, the reveal, is percentage-based, so we just have to unveil a certain amount of the ship's explorable area. Let's see, energy scrap. There we go. We'll also take on some noble metals. We got a lot of stuff going on here. I think actually let's try to reduce the amount of work that we're doing here. I'm going to cut down our energy scrap. So we're just going to do dismantling and transferring and research. The reason that I'm doing that is because I just realized this generator's still running. That's kind of a mistake. Well, I'm going to have both of them running for now, actually, because this has so few energy rods left. Elaine, you need a break. Why don't you just sleep for like 4 hours? You'll be fine. You could sleep on the floor, I guess. That's cool. Alright. Trying to get him to get up and, like, go to bed properly. Doesn't want to. See? Oh, everybody's still in a spacesuit. They can't go to bed. That's the problem. And I always forget to turn that off after a disaster. It does give you warnings on the right-hand side here, but I have so many warnings because of the claimable ship that it's hard to tell. Energy refinery is at 81%. Come on, Penny, you can figure it out. Okay, we got 2 guys researching. That's pretty good. Actually, 3 guys are researching on and off. Getting there. Which is good because we're almost out of energy rods. So this can be closed again, I think. Let's open up all of our vents now, because I think we're done with that disaster we were having. There we go. Low CO2. That should be fixed now that all the vents are open. Yeah, we're good. Who's our key researcher? It's Catherine, it looks like. And Penny. We should have Penny prioritize research, I think. Just quickly checking the time here. I have to wrap up pretty soon. Alright, we got the energy refinery online. So now that we got this, we have much more efficient power generation. The other option we could have gone with was solar panels and power capacity nodes, but that requires a lot more. I mean, we have the resources for that at this point, but I think the thing that we need urgently is a chemical refinery. Chemical refinery is going to give us access to fertilizer, which currently we're out of, and that's stunting our plant growth here. It's going to make it hard for us to produce food. Ship storage is full again, so we're going to have to do a little recycling. Let's see. I think we need more hull blocks. We're gonna dismantle these 2 additional research stations and replace them with an energy refinery. Sorry, Catherine. I know you're busy. Okay. Don't you hate that when you're working on a research project and somebody just comes along and dismantles your desk? Such a pain in the butt. Alright. I'm gonna wall this in just for, like, the sake of managing comfort to reduce the amount of noise in this area a little bit. Let's get this high priority. There we go. Oh, we forgot to turn on our water purification as well. We gotta turn that back on because we're down to 1 water unit. Okay, and now we can produce energy rods. Let's go ahead and produce, like, 5 of them up front. And then we're going to set up rules just like we did with a water producer so that the fewer rods we have, the more that we produce. There we go. So right now we have a bunch of extra production because we're down to 2 rods. But we're also producing water. That's getting repaired, that's good. I think we should increase our water production cap here. Let's produce up to, like, 14 water units. Okay, we're good here. Did I miss a wall segment? It just hasn't been built yet. Okay. I think we're gonna need a thermal regulator here. What I should actually be doing is building the industry on the port side of the ship, because that's always the cold side. The, starboard side of the ship, which is the right side, is always warm. Energy. I would have liked to close off this bathroom again, but there's kind of stuff in the way here. Excuse me. I'm trying to figure out how I can negotiate this. This doesn't technically need to have two doors. The problem that we have is this whole setup here. Maybe we have to give up on the concept of walling off our energy refinery separately. Because there's just not enough room for us to build around the bathroom there. We can maybe rearrange that once we expand the hull a little bit more. I'm trying to be stingy with the hull expansion because we only have so much mass and so much, you know, hull blocks. We still only have 2 energy rods. But we still have a bunch of them in the queue, so that should be solved pretty soon. We've also got our water levels back up at this point. Alright, I think that's a pretty good place to wrap up for today. So we covered a little bit of kind of how to rush research, how to build into the mid-game, how to fight a few of the larger aliens that you might see in the early game, and with choke points and stuff like that. And hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe or whatever it is that they call it on YouTube. And if you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow if you enjoyed the stream. And thank you very much for watching. Take care.